Hello students, once again welcome to Bholanath Academy. Students, today we are going to see the problems based on redox reactions. Now first problem here students I have written, identify whether the following reactions are redox reactions or not. State the oxidant and the reductant in therein. Now here the three reactions I have written students. First you have to identify whether this reaction is redox reactions or not. So three reactions I have written, and after if it is redox reactions, you have to write down the oxidant and reductant. So here students, first reactions, second reaction, third reaction. So first reaction we are going to see. This is the first reaction students, where arsenious acid is converted into arsenic acid. Okay students, when it is react with the bromine trioxide and gives bromide. Now students, if you want to identify whether this reaction which is written here, it is a oxidation or reduction, so you have to write down the first, you have to write down the oxidation state of all the, if you know the oxidation state of all the element, then only you comes to know whether it is oxidation or reduction is taking place or not. Okay students, so first here students, you are going to write the oxidation number of each and every atom of the element. So students, first here hydrogen we are writing as a +1. Oxidation state of hydrogen is +1, and here the oxygen is, we are writing how it is always -2. Okay, same way here students, oxidation state of oxygen is -2. Here the simplest element is hydrogen, so oxidation state will be what? Oxidation state +1, and the oxygen is, oxidation state is -2. Correct students? So we have written all the possible oxidation state of the simplest element. Now arsenic students, with the help of this oxidation state of hydrogen and oxygen, we are going to find the oxidation number of arsenic. Students, now here number of hydrogen is how much? There is three hydrogen, so you have to multiply with the coefficient of this hydrogen, that is 3. Now here students, oxygen you have 3 oxygen, so you have to multiply with 3. Okay students, oxidation state of the arsenic. Now students, because there is no charge, so total charge, net charge on this molecule will be 0. So if you write students arsenic, if you want to find the arsenic oxidation number students, 3 multiplied by +1 +3, and here 3 multiplied -2, it will be what? -6. +3 and -6 will be what? -3. When -3 will go on that side, it will becomes +3. So +3 will be the oxidation state of the arsenic. Okay students, now here same thing is happening here also. How many oxygen atoms are there students? 3. So 3 have to multiply. Now if you want to find the oxidation state of bromine, so now here students, it has, this molecule has charge -1. So minus charge, the sum of the oxidation state of this atom is equals to -1. So students, you don't know the oxidation state of the bromine, that we have saw in previous lecture. Now what will be the oxidation number of this, in this molecule, oxidation number of bromine trioxide students? So here it is equals to -1. So 3 to the -6, when it will go that side, it will become +6. -1 + 6 will be +5. So +5 will be the oxidation number of bromine. Same way here students, you can see the charge, only one atom is there, so our oxidation number will be -1. Now what happens students here also, if you want to find the oxidation number of arsenic, so here students, this hydrogen oxidation number is always +1. Total how many hydrogen? 3. Okay students, so 3 multiply by, you have to multiply by with the coefficient 3. Okay students, same thing, you have to multiply by 4. Okay students, so 3 into +1 +3 -8, +3 and -8 will be -5. So oxidation number of arsenic will be +5. So this way you have to find the oxidation number. Now once you got the oxidation number students, second steps you have to do the, this is the first steps students. Now second steps, again you have to write down the, you are going to write down the oxidation, where which oxidation is taking place. Okay students, so when you see the students, oxidation number increases, where the oxidation, when arsenic is +3, when you go to the product side, arsenic oxidation number, now it is increased from +3 to +5. Okay students, so +3 to +5 oxidation number increases. When the oxidation number increases, oxidation number increases, that means it is called as oxidation reaction. So oxidation we call as oxidation. In oxidation, what is happening students, in terms of electrons, there is a loss of electrons. That means loss of electron will gives you oxidation number will increase. Now what happens students here, when you see in bromide trioxide, here students, when you see +5 to -1, so here students, oxidation number decreases, +5 to -1. So it is what? Reduction. We call as what? Reduction. Why it is happening? Because of he has taken the electron, so there is a gain of electron which lead to the reductions. Okay students, now third steps, now you are able to, so it is called as, you can now write the reaction is a redox reaction. This reaction is a redox reaction. Why it is a redox reaction, students? Because reduction and oxidation both are taking place in this reaction, so it is a redox reaction. Now students, as in questions you have to also find out which are the oxidant. Second is, students, oxidant. In this reaction, which one is the oxidant? Because of this molecule, students, this molecule is going to be oxidized, so that is why this is bromine trioxide will be the oxidant. Okay students, this will be the oxidants. Now third, students, we are going to write down the reductant. The reagent which is responsible for the reduction is called as what? Reductant. So because of this molecule is going to be reduced, reduction is taking place. So this arsenious acid will be the arsenious acid, S3ASO3. This molecule will be your reductant. So these are very important, students. Okay, now we are going to see the next reaction, that is HF combines with hydroxyl ions and gives water and fluoride ions. Now if you want to find whether the reaction is redox reaction or not, you have to, first step is, you students, you should know the oxidation number of all the element of the molecule. Now this is HF molecule, students, you know the oxidation number of hydrogen is always +1. So what will be the oxidation number of fluorine, students? It will be -1, because there is no charge, that is -1 and +1 will be gives 0. Now here, students, oxidation number of hydrogen is, we are going to take what? +1. What will be the oxidation number of oxygen? Oxidation number of oxygen will be -2. Okay students, -2 +1, then the molecule is containing -1 charge. Okay students, now oxidation in water molecule, students, oxygen is always -2, oxidation number of oxygen atom is -2. So what will be the oxidation number of hydrogen? Because 2 hydrogen, so the oxidation number will be what? +1. Now in fluoride, students, oxidation number will be -1. Now students, can you see the oxidation number, any, whether it is increasing or decreasing? HF +1, here you have hydrogen is +1 only, fluoride -1, here also you have -1. That means this reaction, this reaction is not a redox reaction. This is not a redox reaction. Okay students, this way we can identify whether the reaction is redox reactions or not. Now students, third example we are going to see reaction of iodine with sulfur trioxide and gives this product. The oxidation number, because it is a gas, iodine is a what? So oxidation number will be always 0, neutral molecule. Now here, students, oxygen, we are always taking oxidation number -2. Okay students, because now how many atoms are there, students? 3 atoms, so you have to multiply by 3. Now because it containing -1 charge, so oxidation number of sulfur will be, you know the oxidation number of oxygen is -2, because 3 atoms are there, so it will multiply -2 multiplied by 3, it will be -6. This -6 will go on that side, will becomes +6, because here sulfur is 2 atoms, so you have to divide the 4 by 2, you will get the oxidation number of sulfur will be +2. Okay students, this we have already seen in the previous lecture, how we are going to find the oxidation number. Now same way, students, here we are going to find the oxidation number. Oxidation number of oxygen is -2, because here 6 atoms are involved, so you have to multiply by 6. Now we are going to find the oxidation number of sulfur here. What happens, students? Because it is equals to -2 on that, because it is a negative charge molecules. Now what happens is 6 multiplied by -2 will be -12. -12, when it will go on that side, will become +12. +12, if you because already it is -2, so you are getting 10 divided by 4, because it is S4, so you are getting oxidation number will be what? The oxidation number will be 5/2, that is 2.5. Okay students, you are getting 2.5. Now here, students, in iodine, oxidation number, because it's containing -1 charge only, so oxidation number will be minus. Here we are not talking about the coefficients, are not playing very big role. Okay students, now students, this is the first step, students. Second step, students, you have to write down the oxidation and reduction. Now if you see, students, iodine converted into iodide. Now 0 oxidation number is now reduced to -1. Okay students, there is a decrease in the oxidation number. There is a decrease in oxidation number, which is If there is a decrease in oxidation number, that we call as what? Reduction. When we call it is reduction in terms of electron, that means this molecule has taken the electrons. That means there is a gain of electrons. Gain of electrons. Okay, students. Now, when it comes to this molecule, students, sulfur, in the reactant, students, the oxidation number +2. Now it is becoming 2.5. Okay, students. Now there is an increase in the oxidation number. Increase in oxidation number. Increase in oxidation number by 0.5. So increase in oxidation number, that means we call as what? Oxidation. Yes or no? Oxidation. That means there is a loss of electrons. Loss of electrons. Okay, students. That is why oxidation number increases. That means, students, in this reaction both the oxidation and reductions are taking place. So we can say it is the reaction. Given reaction is it is a redox reaction. It is a redox reaction. Okay, students, it is a redox reaction. Now after that, what will be the oxidant, students, here? So where the reduction is taking place, students? Here. Because reduction taking place because of this molecule, so this molecule will be the oxidant. Oxidant will be iodine, and the reductant will be S2O3 2-. Okay, students, in this two reactant, so this will be the oxidant and this will be the reductant. So this way, students, we can find the oxidant and reductant. So these are very important, students, in examination. Sometimes they will give the reaction, you have to just identify whether the reaction is redox reactions or not. So if you like my video, please share it, subscribe it. Thank you very much.